My grandfather, Martin Maloney, I'm his grandson. My grandfather was in the British Navy. That's my connection with that he went down with the ship.
All sailors are shipmates. You live closely together, you bond, you're like brothers. And no matter what war it is in, they were only young men. I'm an old man now, I'm 83 years of age. Those young lads didn't get that far.
My connection to the Laurentic is a great uncle whose name was Ephraim Freak, who came from Jobet's Arm, Fogo Island, Newfoundland, and was lost at sea January 25th, 1917.
My father didn't talk much about him because my sister said that when he was young, he found it hard to cope when he lost his father. He was only 10 or 11 years old, and he found that hard, you know. Now, he was always sad about it, you know, because he wasn't at a funeral or anything like that. He didn't go to.
For me, it probably has even more importance than a regular ambassador from some other part of the country, because it's closer to home in my own case, and all the names of those who were lost that we read out at the ceremony, all of the names, I'm quite familiar with them, and probably even familiar with some of the families involved. To be here right on the site of the sinking of a ship containing these people just makes everything so much more vivid, so much alive, and as if you're witnessing the event year after year.
Any commemoration is felt by the members, no matter whether it's Army, Navy, Air Force, civilians or not. We as sailors can think back of the horrors of what they had to go through. It's hard to talk about. It brings a tear to your eye.
I live in Newfoundland. I live by the water. I grew up by the water. I grew up in an area where many people, including members of my own extended family, were involved in the forces over the years. We had our tragedies. I had an uncle who was lost at sea. So we know full well what it is to represent your country in times of conflict, and we know full well the benefits for those of us who are around today achieved by these people.
It's so emotional for me because so many years that he's been gone, and all the research I've done, I feel like I've connected with my great uncle Ephraim, who I never knew, but yet means a lot to me to know that he played a story in the heritage of Canada and died doing that.
The loss of that ship is now bringing people from the north and the south together in commemoration. When you were in the service, you didn't care what religion your shipmate was, because you looked after his back and he looked after your back.
I think it's very important that we build our relationships with our friends and neighbours who sometimes we haven't seen eye to eye over the years, especially in the Troubles in Northern Ireland and especially along the border. I think that a commemoration like this brings people together, which helps build bridges, and I think we've done a very good job of that in the last 20 years.
The commemoration of the Laurentic, that is cross-border, and it is also cross-community, because nobody asked who or what religion were those people that lost their lives on that, and they came from also all walks of life and all religious backgrounds, so there's nobody asking those questions, and I think that's important that we remember that, and as I say, it's very important for building the peace as well.
We have enjoyed the company of people from Donegal, and we have people from Donegal coming to Londonderry and laying wreaths at the memorial at the cenotaph on different occasions during the year.
So for the three countries, we'll say Northern Ireland, the Republic and Canada, it's a coming together to remember those who gave their lives for us, to give us that great freedom we have in these countries today.
We didn't know exactly where his grave was. Now that I know, I don't mind. I'll come and visit it more often. I'm delighted I met a lot of people, you know, and asked me about him today. What was I told him and all that. It's when I laid the reed, everyone knew that I was his grandson, but no one knew before that who I was, you know. But I'm emotional. What else can I say? It's, you know.
So heart-wrenching and yet satisfied knowing what I've done the most important thing in my life.
When you're in watch at night, you're thinking if anything happens here, who's going to pick me up, etc., etc. And always stuck in my mind. And in 1973, I had a dream or a nightmare that I was back at sea. And I wakened up, and I wakened the wife, and I said, get me a piece of paper and a pen. I want to write something down. Daylight gone, the night is dark, ships sail on. Sea is calm, the ocean deep below. The middle watch, a sudden boom. The ship is doomed and sinking fast in the ocean deep below. The morning dawn, the convoy gone, we look around. No help at hand, we slowly drowned in the ocean deep below. No stones or flowers to mark our graves, no friends to stand and weep, as we lie in the ocean deep below. Sunken ship and submarine, both friend and foe lie all around, gently moving to and fro, no watch to keep in the ocean deep below. Was our death all in vain, or is the world at peace again, as we sleep in the ocean deep below? Do ships pass by from near and far as friends and not as foes? Do they remember us in the ocean deep below? One glorious morn when God's bugle sounds, rise up and meet the dawn from your sleep in the oceans deep below.